From the possibility of spending 13 million rands to spending zero, nothing, nada. Kaizer Chiefs find themselves in that situation right now with Alassane Muana. Let me tell you a story of what happened here. So, someone goes knocking to Isekukune. Hey, we want to sign Alassane Muana. And the team is like, yeah, we'll not sell him to you because we're South Africans. We're going to sell him to Tunisia because our plan is to make relationships with teams abroad and sell more players there. Guess what? Alassane Muana goes to Tunisia, leaves Kaizer Chiefs like that, not because of his choice, but because the team were like, hey, we want you to go to Tunisia. Goes to Tunisia, he gets there. Problem is, they did not pay him his salary. And now his lawyer has confirmed to SABC that, hey, listen up, since these guys are not paying you, they are breaching the contract, which means we will have to terminate the contract. Yep, I said it. Terminate the contract. You do know that this player was signed for 7 million by Esperance like 3 months ago. And all of a sudden, because they did not all of a sudden, but since they've breached their contract by not paying him his salary that was due to him, his contract is set to be terminated. So if that happens, he will be available as a free agent. And for a player who wanted to join Kaizer Chiefs, that means Kaizer Chiefs would just say, hey bro, he's a young 200,000, come join us. And he's another 100,000 for a signing bonus. He's not going to say no to that. Kaizer Chiefs are not known for not paying people the money that they want, especially when you are new and joining Chiefs. So this is like a heist brought to you by Esperance. Do you guys still think that Alassane Muana would be a good fit at Kaizer Chiefs? I mean, if you look at that right wing position, if we're being honest, it's not really, what can I say? No one has really occupied it and made it his own, because right now you have Utuba playing there, but that's not really his position. You have Umtu coming in, not Umtu, Mfundo Vilakazi coming in that position, but you've also seen Sile play there. So maybe it's not that secure. So do you think that Kaizer Chiefs will go and sign this boy? Do let me know on the comment section. Which brings us to the not so good news. The fact that you have not subscribed to the channel. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. But now, for real, let's talk about this. So Chiefs are playing tomorrow. We know this, depending on when you're watching this. They're playing the Home of the Legends friendly match thingy. The problem is the game will not be broadcasted. I even tweeted about this. I was like, Kaizer Chiefs, please, as a believe, even if you show us one camera angle on YouTube, we are fine. Nope, Chiefs have not said anything, and it seems like the games will not be televised. Yeah, that sucks. And it gets not worse, but it's also not that great because Nasreddin Nabi will not be there. The team released a statement saying that he had a minor orthopedic surgery. So Mdala, he was having an operation of some sort which has to do with his movement orthopedics. So that's something, I don't know, maybe a knee, maybe back, I don't know. But if they're saying it's minor, so it's not a big deal. He'll be available when we are playing competitive games again. But that did not stop me from saying, hey, let's talk about the players that I want to see play before we even talk about Khanyisa Mayo. Because I think the players that I would want to play in that game is start with Brendan Peterson in goal, leadership, character, screaming, also very the first option, which is Untwar is not available. So play Peterson, see how it does. Play Msimango and play Bradley Cross as a center back for the reasons that I'll give. Number one, I've seen him seeming like he's more comfortable just tucking in any case. But at the same time, there is not a natural left-footed center back there because who's this guy? He's with Botswana Titloko, so might as well just play across there to experiment with him. And on top of that, I would also like to see Mashiane playing as a left back, right back, bring on Solomons. And then in midfield, I want to see Ox. I want to see Ox playing as a 6 on his own, like not being assisted by anyone, just being a single pivot and have Umshini Umtu in front of him. Why Umtu? Why not giving other people an opportunity? I would say Umtu because I want to see the chemistry of Umtu. No. Nongobo developing, so that when we come back to competitive games, then you can play them both at the same time. So I would be interested to see that. And up front, play Dupre's on the left, play who's this boy? Yeah, Utuba is the number 9, and play on the right wing Umfundo Vilagaz. I think that starting lineup, it has, yes, a lot of young players, but I think that it's good enough. Who do you want to see playing in this game before we talk about Kaizer Mayo? Now, Kaizer Mayo has said something in his interview in Soccer Beat with Michael Morton. He says that, yeah, of course, he's over there in that country, and he's adapting, and it's difficult, but he's adapting. And what I got from him, it's not like, oh, I'm suffering, I want to come back home. But what I hear from him is the fact that he's welcoming the challenge. He's on his own, that side, but he welcomes the challenge of being that side. So that means, unlike Umkwana, who would think that he's definitely on his way back to South Africa, I do not think that Kaizer Mayo will be coming back anytime soon, especially because we've not had any drama with regards to, are they paying him or are they not paying him. So for Kaizer Mayo, things seem to be okay. But let's go back to the bad news. You see, I give you the good news, the bad news. I try to balance it. So subscribe as well if you're enjoying the content. So 3 weeks ago, Kaizer Chiefs were in front of the disciplinary committee of the PSL because of what Chiefs fans did. Which game was this? I think it was the Sundowns game when they whooped us the first time around. Well, they robbed us the first time around. And then when they whooped us again, we had another incident. So what had happened in that first game is we were fined 100,000. But 50,000 of that 100,000 was suspended, and we paid the 50,000. So the 50,000 is usually for the, I don't know, this is the thing. Since the 50,000 was suspended, it was just suspended, hanging around. And since we did this thing, now Chiefs had to pay another 50,000, the one that was suspended. And on top of that, pay the 50,000 for the sitting of the DC committee. So a total of 150,000. So Vele we fined 100,000. Vele now we've paid that 100,000, even the 50 that was suspended, and now we've paid the 50. So in total, 150,000. And I will tell you now, guys, this is not good. Like, we can have our frustrations with the referees, but this is not good. Last year, Chiefs appeared in front of the DC committee 4 times. This year, we've already appeared twice. Like within 3 months of the season, September, October, November. November is not even over, and yet we've appeared in front of the disciplinary committee 3 times. That is just not on. That is hooliganism, and we cannot accept that. Yes, Abo referee, they are not perfect. In fact, let's not sugarcoat it. They are horrible. We know the referees are bad, but we can't keep on just having the team getting to pay about 150,000. And I know there's a genius who's going to say Chiefs needs to pay this money because they are refusing to pay the players. No. Wisdom is chasing you and you are running faster. You cannot justify hooliganism. Doesn't matter whether the team is buying players or not buying players. At the end of the day, if you know you're going to end up throwing things at the stadium, then just don't go. Because now you're going to hurt people. Because sometimes I saw they almost hit one of the players. Like, if we are now just going to justify nonsense, I'm not one of those fans. So can we stop this, please, as a plea? Danko. Anyways, what do you think about Mkwana? What do you think about tomorrow's game? Who do you want to see play in that game? Do let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals Pelumoy.